Hi friends, I am back home from my little shopping adventure, and I also made myself a little chai latte. I absolutely love chai tea. I'll never forget, I remember one time I went to a cafe and I tried a chai latte for the first time and it tasted so good, and ever since that day I've been trying to like mimic the taste of that chai latte that I purchased. So that's kind of what I tried to do today. The chai tea that I used was the Tim Hortons one, so hopefully it tastes really good. And then for milk, I just put in the Silk soy milk, and then I also used the Silk pumpkin creamer. I tried that last year and I really liked it. I've tried the Starbucks one and I'm not really a big fan of it, I will admit. So yeah. Now we're gonna taste test it and try. I don't hate it, but I definitely feel like there could be more flavor. Like I feel like I do taste a lot of cinnamon in here, but I would like to taste a little more cardamom and nutmeg, to be honest, because I feel like that's kind of what's lacking in this. But I think I would probably give it like a 6 out of 10. Like it's not too bad, but there's also that as well. But today there's a lot of studying that I have to get done because midterms week is coming very soon. I have my first midterm this week on Thursday, September. If I can pull up a calendar, that would be great. I have my first midterm on Thursday, September 28th, and that is for my child development class. So I wanted to bring you guys along on the entire process of me preparing for midterm season. So let's go. I went to the grocery store. I picked up some snacks. I got these jalapeno crunchy Cheetos. These are for me. I do not like these. Like I love the original crunchy Cheetos, but I don't like any of the spicy flavors. I don't know why. I just don't. They just don't really resonate with me. And then there's also that pill in the back. And then I got sour cream and onion ruffle chips. These ones are for me. I really like this flavor. It's really good. And then lastly, I ended up getting some dark chocolate covered almonds. So those are as well. But yeah, we need to get started. Doing some schoolwork, and then a package arrived for me, so I'm so excited for it, and I already know what it is, but we're gonna open it together. So excited! I don't know why this one is glossier than the first, but I got the final book in the series and it says Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. Oh no, it looks like it's been damaged at the bottom, low key, if you can see. But I got As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. So excited to finish off the series. I've been reading this on Libby. It's intense, y'all. It's really good. I've really been enjoying it. So the fact that I have the last book in the series, I'm so excited. But dang, there's a lot that Pip is doing there. I wasn't expecting her to be doing, but she's definitely catch me off guard. But this is a good book though. It's a good book. It's a good book. While I'm here right now, I want to show you guys a little haul, or give you a quick little haul of some of the things that I have recently purchased, because I'm so happy with my recent purchases. But I'm a perfume girly. I love perfumes. I love smelling nice. I love smelling clean. And I've been trying to find a balance between finding perfumes that are nice, but they're also affordable. So I was on the Zara website, and my goodness, Zara did not disappoint. What specifically caught my attention with this perfume line was the fact that it was by Jo Malone, or in collaboration with Jo Malone. And I've smelled Jo Malone perfumes and fragrances, and I love them so much. But Jo Malone is so expensive. So I felt like these ones were really nice, and these ones last very long. The first one is Energetically New York. This is what the packaging looks like at the outside of it. I really love this one. I think out of all the 3 perfumes that I bought, this honestly has to be my favorite. This one I tend to find lasts the longest. I'm going to put the links in the notes to all the perfumes in the description box, because it'll be easier for you guys to like understand what they're like. It definitely has like a cologne scent to it, and it definitely smells like a perfume that you would wear to a nicer place. And then the next one that I have is Captivatingly Paris, and this is what it looks like. The packaging is relatively similar. And this one smells more, it smells more powdery. I know this has some like rose in it, and I think it also has some vanilla. I'm not quite sure. Again, I'll just link it down below. I like this one. I think this one is a lighter, more florally, more feminine type of scent, I would admit. And then lastly, I have Yellow Velvet. And this one is really feminine. It's really fruity, and it smells really nice. So there's also that. So those are the 3 perfumes that I've honestly kind of been like interchanging between on Zara, and yeah, I've been really liking them. And then lastly, in terms of skincare, a few things that I picked up were, first and foremost, I had to restock on my favorite sunscreen. This is the La Roche-Posay sunscreen. I absolutely love this stuff. I literally go through it and I always end up rebuying it. This is the one that you can use for your body, but in all honesty, I just use it on my face. It works perfectly well. I've used a smaller version and I really like it. The only issue is it's really small, so I tend to find that this one works better, especially for like long-term use. Then I ended up picking up a salicylic acid. It's this one. It's 2% one. I love putting this on my face either during the nighttime or typically when I have blemishes. I tend to find that this helps a lot with like treating them. Then I had to restock on my favorite facial cleanser at the moment. This one is the Innisfree Green Tea Amino Acid Facial Cleanser. It leaves my skin feeling clean but also hydrated, because I tend to find sometimes face washes can like strip all the moisture off of your face and it just feels really tight. But I don't get that with this, which I absolutely love. And then after, I ended up deciding to pick up a new Sephora collection vitamin mask. This is their vitamin C mask, and this one helps with like, I think it's like glowy skin. Yeah, it helps like boost like the glow in your skin. I have the same one in the watermelon one, and that one helps with hydration. I absolutely love these. These are face masks, but I honestly just use them as moisturizers just because, well, I use them as moisturizers because the container is so big. It lasts a really long time. It's very thick and it's also very hydrating, so I love reaching for this during like the winter time because I find that it keeps my skin really nice and moisturized and hydrated. So very excited for that. And then lastly, I've been eyeing the Philosophy body washes for a minute now, and I finally decided that I would buy one. This is the vanilla cake one, but to be honest, there's so many other ones that they have on their website and just on Amazon as well that I really want to try. I kind of want to try some of their limited edition like fall and Christmas body washes because I feel like they smell really nice. But this one, it smells really clean, which I like, but it smells like vanilla, nothing too intense. It's a nice, sweet, subtle scent. I find that this vanilla scent pairs really well with this just because there's also vanilla notes in this perfume as well. So I've been liking that as well. But honestly, that is kind of everything. Not kind of, but that is everything that I purchased. So, yeah. Hello friends! I came back home from school. I had one class today. It was my statistics class, and I came home and in all honesty, I don't feel like doing schoolwork. I really do not want to study. The last thing that I want to do is study for a midterm, but I know I have to just because I am like, we're going like head first into midterms week. My first midterm is this Thursday. It's for my development class, and then next week I have one for my statistics class, and then the week after that I have one for my personality class, and then my biology class, and then the following week after that I have one for my cognition class. So I have just like midterms back to back to back to back. So I really need to get started with studying. And again, as I said before, I don't feel like doing it, but I know I have to do it. And I feel like these are like the pivotal moments in your academic journey, just because you're not always going to feel like doing schoolwork, because that's just the reality of it. But you got to push through, you got to persevere and still do it even though you don't feel like doing it. And then you look back at those moments and you're like, oh my goodness, we did it, we made it. So future me, you're welcome. So there's also that. I also wanted to talk to you guys about books. So I showed this book yesterday. So I finished reading it. This is just in here just because I didn't want to lose it. But I finished reading As Good as Dead today. Oh my goodness. Bittersweet just because I finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. Oh my goodness. It was such a wild ride reading this entire series. I enjoyed every minute of it. This last novel took me on an emotional roller coaster, to say the least. There were so many plot twists in this novel that I was not expecting. And I really, really enjoyed it. This book kept me on my toes till the very end. And there was never a dull moment when I picked up this and I started reading it. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend the series. It's a really good read. My younger sister's currently reading this, and she wouldn't necessarily consider herself a reader, I guess you could say. But she really likes the series, or she's enjoying the first book, so I'm very excited about that. But I've officially done the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series by Holly Jackson. It was nice while it lasted, but all the things must come to an end. So now I'm kind of trying to figure out what to read next, because recently I did post a book haul where I was showing like all the new books that I recently ended up purchasing. I have them all in this big box right here. It's actually really heavy. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to read, because right now on Libby I am currently reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's good. And I also have the second book on there too, which is A Court of Mist and Fury. I only have 3 days left with The Court of Thorns and Roses, so I need to power through that novel and just like read it. and get through the novel. Worst case scenario, if I don't finish reading it, I could always just buy it on Amazon. I'm trying to save money, so we're gonna try our best to read the novel and not buy it. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what else to read next, because I think for me personally, don't get me wrong, I love reading books off of Libby. I love reading not audiobooks. I love reading ebooks. But there's just something about having the physical copy in your hands and being able to read a physical book that just, I don't know, it just feels really nice. I really like it. So I'm trying to compare, because I feel like this one, not A Court of Thorns and Roses, is like romance and it's like fantasy, like it's romantasy. And I don't really want to read another romance because, you know, I kind of want to like change it up. But everything in here is romance. So I don't know, because a part of me was like, maybe I could start reading like Ring, but then I'm just like, that's also fantasy as well, so I think I kind of want to save this. So I think I might actually get started on the Knock Me Out series and read Things We Never Forget, even though I'm just like, I didn't want to read a romance, but there's nothing else that I have to read here that is not romance. So the Knock Me Out series is, we're gonna start off with Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. But she's a thick read. How many pages does she have? Almost 600 pages. Ah, this is long. But I'm excited to get started with this and slowly read it. But yeah. September 27th today. It's currently 8:30 and I've been trying to study for my developmental midterm, and to be honest, I don't want to study. Like, in all honesty, the last thing I want to do is to sit here right now and study, but I am trying my best not to have that mindset and mentality going into this, just because if I keep telling myself I don't want to do it, then I'm not going to want to do it. So I've just been pushing myself and trying my best to study. What I've been doing is taking shorter, like having shorter study sessions. Like I'll study for 25 minutes, take like a 5-minute break, and I'm noticing that that's at least somewhat helping me. And on top of that, I just kind of want to push through and persevere, because I didn't want to get here just to make it, or how did that saying go? Oh, I didn't come this far just to come this far. So that's kind of the mindset and mentality that I'm trying to have right now. But as of right now, I'm working on doing some practice quizzes that are like, they come with the actual textbook, because it's an electronic textbook, and I'm so happy about that, because my professor made it evidently clear that this exam, or like the midterm, was going to be like, it wasn't going to be memory based as much. Like, there will be some memory questions here and there, but mostly I have to be able to actually take the concepts and apply them in different situations, and a lot of the questions in the quiz bank are application based, so I'm very happy about that. But I'm going to work on some more quizzes and try my best to get a good night's rest, and then possibly wake up early in the morning. Hopefully I can do that to get some more studying in. So yeah. Friends, I am back home. I finished writing my child development midterm, and it was a lot better than what I thought it was. Going into it, I was like kind of nervous, because, you know, this was like the first exam, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I knew all the answers for all of the written responses, or the written response questions, and for the multiple choice portion, there were a lot of questions that I recognized, so I was okay with that, and I felt pretty confident. But in all honesty, I'm just gonna wait till my mark comes in, because that's gonna be the true determiner of how well I actually did on the midterm. But that is midterm, like, that's my first midterm, because I have 5 midterms I have to write, so 1 down, 4 more to go, so we still have a long ways to go. But when I was at school, a package came for me, and I'm so excited because I wanted to open it with you guys, and it came. It's from Amazon. Oh my goodness. So I got A Court of Thorns and Roses. I started reading this off of Libby, and I don't want to say too much about it because I'm still not done, and I'm only like, what, 14% of the way through the novel. But I've been enjoying it so much. Like, so far I really have been enjoying it. I wasn't expecting to like this novel as much as I did, but I'm so excited to read the rest of the ACOTAR series, so I'm gonna continue reading this, and then I'm also simultaneously reading the 7-Year Slip as well, so I've kind of been like bouncing back and forth between the two of these novels, and I'm so excited that I got Court of Thorns and Roses. I bought the first novel, and then I kind of sat there and I realized if I'm planning on reading the rest of the series, it would make more sense for me to just get the set. But the thing is, I'm going to try to see, like, if I could read majority of the novels off of Libby, then I'll just read them off of Libby, and then the ones that I can't read on there, I'll just buy individually. But if that doesn't work out that way, then I'll just end up buying the entire set and I'll just return this. But I don't know, I'll work something out. But long story short, I got my book and I'm so excited. So yeah.